Hey everybody, this is Bobo the Vulture, hiccup, and this is Let's Play Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting. It's also an announcement video. Let's play on turbo speed and start a game here. You may be wondering what announcement I'm making, or it may be an announcement that everybody already knows. Not really sure. If you do know what the announcement is, you may have already figured out why I'm playing this game in this particular fashion. I managed to reach through his electricity. That was amazing, folks. I just want you to realize how amazing what I just did was. So yeah. I gotta say, the AI on this game, not the greatest. It does find ways to get more difficult, though, for sure. Some of them known as cheat hacks. Get up, it's too early for you to be defeated. Anyways, the announcement, quickly, in case you don't care anything about this game and you really just wanted to find out what the announcement was. I'm getting married. That's happening this weekend. So, I may not be uploading with, your standard frequency. I will have my laptop with me. I'm going to need it for the music at the reception. But, in case I don't have, good Wi-Fi at the hotel room or something like that, whatever other good reasons there may be. You know what? If you're just gonna sit over there and turtle. Well, that wasn't quite what I meant to do, but the flash kick. Is this how you want to go out, Guile? So embarrassing. Time over. I won in the most masculine and amazing way possible. I stayed far away from Guile wherever I could. Oops. Get up. It's too early for you to be defeated. Wake up, honey. It's too early for you to be defeated. USA. We're doing the tour of the USA here. Oh, good. I'm facing Ken early. Ken is not a good opponent to have. Ken's a good character. He's exactly as good as Ryu as a character. Anybody wants to tell you there's a difference between Ken and Ryu in this version of the game is selling you a bill of goods. Okay, I get it. You can do the Dragon Punch. I've been having difficulty. I did a fail reel of this a little bit earlier. Not a fail reel for the reason you might be thinking based on the quality of my gameplay here. But certainly still something I felt I needed to record over. But I've been having trouble hitting my dragon uppercuts. I can't hit them the way I used to. Although I say that, and I was perfectly fine as I remember doing them in the playthroughs of Capcom vs. SNK 2 that I recall doing over on Mysterious JG's channel. So check those out if you are looking for a good time of more of this type of gameplay. This, by the way, is the SNES translation. It's the port of the game I'm most familiar with. I have, you know, I have like the Capcom Classic Collection or whatever. I could be playing the arcade port of it. Also, this was just easier to set up and record quickly. But yeah, I am going to be wed. It's going to be great, you guys. But it does mean that maybe I won't be around to set up videos. Oh man, I don't think I've ever set it up to where I got somebody dizzy off a throw. That's usually the thing that you do immediately following a throw, so I wasn't even looking. I threw out the fireball to try and just catch her, unawares. Her being Chun-Li, or Chun-Li, depending on who you are and where you're from, and what you did, just as long as you love me. Round 2, fight! I don't think that made the wedding playlist. Yes, we've had to go on the cheap. There is no DJ. I think we'll be alright, guys. Did set up an arcade. Or I will set up an arcade. Don't you wish you were getting married at my wedding? Too bad, you can't, unless you're me or Bean. We are the only two people that are allowed to be married at this wedding. Chun-Li, you're making this more difficult than it needs to be. Alright, there we go. A kick to the face. How nice. Everybody, look at my armpit! That's what Ken's saying right there, you see. Attack me if you dare! I will crush you! From USA to the USSR, because this game came out just a hair before. Oh, there you go. You can't just jump in on Zangief. He will spinning pile driver you. Apparently slow fireball is the thing to do to take care of Zangief. Zangief! This is a game from back in the days before everybody's character's name was said by a voice actor. So you knew exactly how they were supposed to be said. So, I know a lot of people. I remember saying Sagat as a child instead of Sagat, or I've heard people say Sagat. It's weird. Obviously not about any of these characters. By the way, there's a character that we'll fight later whose name is spelled S-A-G-A-T, in case you didn't know. There's a generation of gamers at this point that may or may not have ever really played Street Fighter 2, or if they did, it wasn't when it was at its peak and it was the thing that everybody wanted to play. Everybody crazy about Street Fighter 2 when it first came out. Some of those folks migrated to Mortal Kombat like a year or so later. I never really got into it as much. Don't you be teleporting at me. Okay, maybe do keep teleporting at me. It seems to be going well for me when you do that. Yeah, eventually you're gonna have to get up and block that Dalzim, and when you do, you're doomed. Move known as cheese. Nothing better when a guy starts to say his move before he can get it off. Before he can get it off. Haha, there we go. I know a lot of my offense is a little more boring and fireball based than I would ordinarily like to have it, but I want to get through the game here. Um, got things to do. Got to get up tomorrow. Alright. Gotta get back into this groove. Nope. Didn't get back into that groove at all. Gotta practice those dragon punches. It's ridiculous. I can do them. Just, I'm gonna blame this controller. Uh-oh. Well, so far this is all self-inflicted wounds, but still it's not good to inflict wounds on yourself in this sort of situation. Ah! And I didn't mean to leap into the air there. But it happened. There's no take-seat, back-seats now. Well, there, I lost my first round. Hopefully I won't lose my first match. But I might, because I lose. If this does start to get into a spiral of loss and despair, I may just have to go with the earlier version of this video I made, even though sound balance is off. You know, I was about to make fun of him for sitting there and just letting the fireball hit him in the face, and then it happened to me. There we go. High fructose corn syrup.
You win. Round 3.
Oh, right. There has to be a brawl to settle it all here. For some reason I thought I won the first round and this was my miracle comeback. It was not. Again. There are a couple of things that's very difficult, having played games that follow this, to not internalize. Like, how quickly you execute moves, one. Even this being the turbo hyper fighting mode, the moves are a little bit slower than you're expecting them to be. You did quite well, but you need more training to defeat me. Well, darn, I lost. And I'm all bruised up and looking sad. But I grunted and got a glint in my eye. Boy, you don't want to know what happens when I start grunting and getting a glint in my eye. Ken versus Ryu, folks. Ah, I can't believe I fell for it. Can't believe I fell for that. I did not mean to jump in the air. I meant to walk towards him and throw him. That would have been a much better move. I lost. Oh boy, I do not want this run to go down the toilet now. Especially since I'm not even to the bosses yet. I could potentially feel dumb for doing this explanation, but yes, this game, because yeah, it was real big in like what, 92, I think. There are children that were born in 92 that are watching Let's Plays now, or born after 92 that are watching Let's Plays. Or just never got to the arcades or had a Super Nintendo. Oh, thank goodness, I defeated Ryu. Or Ryu.
You win.
Again, who knows the mysteries of pronunciation. Get up, honey, it's too early for you to be defeated. Alright, now we're gonna have a best of 3, right? Nope. I'm going to Japan. To fight E Honda.
Round one.
Oh geez, Ryu wasn't even the last of the regular guys. Alright, that wasn't even entirely fair. The timing that the game has here is it's one of the things that it gets into. It can do inputs for movements in literally 0 frames of game animation. Moves that require a backwards charge. There are moves. Ken doesn't happen to have any. His moves are all done with specific inputs of the direct D-pad. You like do a semicircle, a half circle forward, a semicircle around, one of those things. Like he doesn't have any semicircle ones, but yeah, moves like that. E Honda has moves where you charge for you pull back on the controller, or pull down on the controller for 2 seconds. And then once you've wound up, you release your energy in the sumo fireball, or not sumo fireball, but the sumo torpedo, or his flying butt smash, or whatever. Is his crotch green there, folks? I believe it is. It is the color of his face paint, whatever that ends up being, and in this case that means he was wearing a little green thongy under there. Scandalous and exciting.
USA.
Alright, back to the USA. This will be Balrog.
Round one. Fight.
There we go. Do you want to take out Balrog?
You win.
And, yeah, it's... been meaning to talk more than this. This is a tense experience. Just sit here and do this dance all day, little man. There we go. Balrog dispatched with relative ease. Look at those bikini babes back there. Boy, howdy. That's my bachelor party experience right there. Attack me if you dare. I'll crush you. Uh-oh, it's this bonus stage. No. Well, finally got that dragon punch to work, huh? Man, Robert Garcia's failed the training. So, you guys remember Ken in the Street Fighter anime? Any of you remember the Street Fighter anime? Vega can be a tough nut to crack. Does not respond as well to the tactics that are up. And these 4 boss characters, starting with Balrog, going on here to Vega. There we go. Leaping knee. If he has zombie damage, that will hit him the moment he's able to be hit. and you will manage to
Round
achieve
2.
success.
Fight!
There you go, just gotta catch him. Just have to catch him.
You win.
But yeah, in the Street Fighter anime from that time, there was like this sequence in which he was driving around in like his Porsche, listening to Dem Bones, which
Island.
I'm trying to remember. Was that Alice in Chains? I really don't remember. I should have looked that up.
Round 1. Fight! Hadouken! 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 Tiger! 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 Tiger uppercut!
Psychic Sagat, folks.
Tiger!
That is the reality of Psychic Sagat.
Hadouken! 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 Tiger! Tiger!
In the first frame of animation that he is not doing a Tiger Fireball, he can do a Tiger Uppercut on you. It is not something that you would expect a human player to be able to do, although I'm sure there are people that have practiced, because I believe it's still theoretically possible.
Fight! Tiger! 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 Tiger!
Ah,
Tiger!
that is a habit that's hard to get out of if you are used to playing more recent Street Fighters.
Tiger! 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 Tiger uppercut! Tiger! Tiger!
Is thankfully the one blessing of Sagat is that he has slow punches and he has relatively slow punches and kicks. His reach is insane, and he can throw those fireballs very quickly. But and there's M. Bison, and we just flew into his portrait. No wonder he looks so mad. But yeah, so the whole thing that JG and I always used to joke about was that Ken's one weakness was his fear of his own mortality, because he'd just be sitting there listening to them bones.
You win.
You know, he's listening to you know, whiny, grungy music about
Round 2.
how one day he'll die, and he's all bummed out and stuff. Okay.
Hadouken!
Uh-oh. Nuts! He has throw priority over a person, folks, so you can't do that. Well, that was very close.
Round 3. Fight!
Also, he's essentially dizzy for no time. Wow! M. Bison first try.
You win.
Well, thank God, because he can be a very cheap and cheesy character. So, oh, we just won. Ken! Oh, Eliza, what are you doing here? Oh, I should have mic'd up Bean for this. I came here to find you, so we could be together again. So you flew to Shadowloo, the, nah. Ah! Then instant tuxedo and wedding dress. What's that music? Oh my God! Ken, he's tying the knot. Who could tie down a rebellious Street Fighter like this man? Surely it's the love of Eliza. Oh, and it just turned into a Polaroid. Well, no, it turned into a sepia tone photograph. Either way, though, folks, they look happy. They will be a happy couple. Bean and I, we will be a happy couple. That was a difficult trek, but it was worth it. Just like it was worth every moment to be able to win the hand of my precious Bean. Well, folks, this is Bobo the Vulture, and this has been... Oh, forgot, there's a podium ceremony. I'm still shorter than the other two guys, even though I'm on the top step, but whatevs. That's your plane, presented by Capcom. Sagat's still taller than both of us, standing on the bronze step. Anyways, folks, I may put up some stuff as a special sort of thing, but more than likely, this may well be it. Just prepare yourselves for that possibility. Anyhow, folks, this is Bobo the Vulture. There are a couple of my high scores from previous runs that didn't record as nicely as I wanted. Thanks very much for watching, and I will probably be back from sort of wedding times sometime next week. So until then, bye for now.